another coloring tutorial. Today I am going to use Altenew artist markers to color the images, and I'll be doing one layer stamping which involves a bit of masking. I'm using the beautiful floral stamp, the Adore You stamp set today. I'll start first by drawing a rectangle. This will be my sentiment label. And I'll stamp the flowers and leaves on one side of it. I'm going to stamp the flowers in a way that all of them are behind the label. I'll start by first masking off this rectangle, then stamp the larger of the flowers. Next, I'll mask this flower as well and stamp a smaller flower. I'll stamp a little over the first flower so it looks like that it's peeking from behind the first one. Again, I'll mask this flower as well and stamp the leaves and add another flower and a few more leaves. I'm drawing my rectangle now with a permanent black pen, and because I can't see what I'm doing properly, I mess this part up. It's a bit wonky, but it's alright. I'll heat set the stamped image for a few seconds to let the Altenew permanent black ink set. I did this because otherwise the wet ink would react with the alcohol marker and come off or smear. I'll start by adding the darkest shade from the Red Cosmos family, that is the Grapevine. This is from Artist Marker Set A and is also available in the Red Cosmos Artist Marker Set. I will then add Ruby Red to this and next Coral Berry. In the end, I'll blend everything with Frosty Pink. I will also go back in and pick up color from Ruby Red with Coral Berry. I'll do this to blend everything well. At some point while I was coloring this flower, I ran out of Coral Berry, so I switched it with Cotton Candy. Cotton candy is slightly different, but you can't tell which petals have a coral berry and which have cotton candy. I will color the first petal in a slower speed so you can get an idea how I'm going about it, and then increase the speed as I move on to the next petal. Oh, and I'm also listing the names and numbers for the markers only for the first petals. You will see me pay attention to highlights and shadows in today's video. I'm adding darker color where I want to show depth or shadows. I'll keep the area uncolored where I want to show a raised edge, a fold, or an area where I think sunlight is falling. To this portion, I'll add the lightest color, that is Frosty Pink, at the very end. Today I'm not following my usual flicking motion coloring. I wanted to try smooth coloring for a change, and I am loving the look. It takes a little more work in terms of concentrating on shadows and highlights, but the result is really different. It's kind of velvety. I'll leave you with some music till the coloring process is done. See you in a few. coloring all the images, I'll take a black color pencil to add shadows to my stamped image. I'll add these shadows in a way to give an illusion of dimension. I'll blend this black pencil shadow with a blending stump to give it a more realistic look and omit any sharp lines. You can also use a light gray marker instead of a pencil, but I couldn't do that here since I've already used the lightest gray marker on my sentiment label. And also I prefer adding shadows with pencils instead of markers. Oh, and if you're using Prismacolor or polychromos, please start testing with the lightest gray color because those pencils are very pigmented. I'll add a few black splatters just to bring everything together. For the sentiment, I'm using Build a Flower Sakura Blossom stamp set, and I'll add shadow to this as well. But it's not going to be that harsh. It will be very subtle. My card is ready. I loved coloring this. It was so much fun. I hope you enjoyed the video as well. Until next time, bye.